The time to start is literally right now. Um, I think that, it's kind of hard and it's so much easier said than done to just start doing things just because, like, at least for me personally, I'm kind of logging how, I want to be a filmmaker and I want to make stuff and I just want to, just literally pour my heart out and create. And it's like, I'm not the only person who has had these ambitions. There's been plenty of people who were before me who've had these same exact thoughts, and maybe it happened for them, but it was a select amount of people. So it's like, well, if I'm trying to, dedicate myself and stay true to what I want to do, the time to start is literally now. I've been watching so many videos on YouTube and taking in so much information, and that's good, but it's gotten to the point where it's like, well, I'm only watching videos and I'm not actually putting anything into practice, and it becomes a big problem where I I see things, and it's not just me. It affects so many other people, but it's like you see something being done, hey, I want to do that. I say I'm going to do it. Well, is there any action? It's so much easier to be a little complacent in ourselves and be like, hey, I know I don't feel good in this scenario, but I'm still going to do it anyways. Like, it's so much easier said than done. And even in this video, I'm saying the time to start is now. Well, I'm saying the time to start is now, but there's been multiple occasions where it's like I'm saying that to myself over and over again, but then I still don't even start. So it becomes kind of like really difficult to me for me to gauge, like, man, what is my goal and what do I want to accomplish through this, and like how dedicated am I? And I mean, there's going to be so many people out there who are going to say, well, what your dream is, it's just a pipe dream and, it's impossible. But number one is that I'm not willing to accept that just because I've never felt so driven in my entire life just to do something. Um, and do I feel like it's a calling? No, I don't think it's a calling. It's just something that I've been really passionate about recently. And it's like, well, sure, it might be a pipe dream, but you have to take this as a thing of a pipe dream can become your greatest reality, because there's been people who have been in, I guess, a worse situation and they've they've got it done. I think once we accept the reality that we're comfortable where we're at, we kind of make a big opening for us into like a small tunnel, basically. And where it's like you have this big opportunity, and if you ever become okay with being comfortable where you're at, then you're gonna struggle eventually to kind of realize what you want to do. I mean, complacency is a big problem for me just because I've been trying more recently to just get out, just get out there, just start doing, start living. And there is no better time to start than now. Making this video, okay, whatever, I'm doing something, but it's like, well, it's not really what I want to be doing. I'm kind of just logging about my journey and what I'm learning and, how I'm trying to improve. But if you ask me a year from now, oh, what did you do to become a better filmmaker? And all I have to show is these freaking videos, then, I'll have to say, yeah, I failed. But it's like, well, what are the question that is probably better to ask is, what are the necessary steps that I can do over and over and over again as a process? Because nothing great ever just happened like that. Nothing. It's always a process, and it's always growing, and it's always having growth in every situation. It's like if you wanted to start in something, it's not like the next day you're a master at it or you're really, really great. It's always a process and it's always a growth. So if you ask me a year from now, oh, what did you do? How much did you grow? And, maybe I put out a short film or something like that. Well, then maybe that's a net positive. But it's really an amalgamation of just, I have to be ready to be out of my comfort zone literally all the time, not be scared to just post or make a fool of myself or whatever, and then literally just do the work. I mean, you can only get better at something by just doing it over and over and over again. I mean, it's the repetition. And I think that's something that I'm going to get caught up in over and over and over again just because, it's difficult to, I guess, cope with that. Like there's not everyone is going to be able to do 100% every single day. And, they can be motivational and be like, oh, well, you can try to do 100%. I don't think there's a single human who can wake up in the morning and give 100%. And I mean like 100% where you're devoting all your time and energy. You always have something else that you're thinking about. So it's like, well, I can be realistic, but being realistic will cause me to be too complacent where I'm at. Like, I want to strive to do something great. So then I'm not going to let even myself tell me what I can do. Just because, you just kind of have to, it's like a straight line. You kind of have to be just on that path. And it's like, well, I'm saying all these things, but even that isn't happening for me, and I'm literally investing myself basically just because, there's so many artists out there who might have had their doubts, and they definitely did have their doubts. And I mean, look at where they're at today. And it didn't happen in a month, didn't happen in a year. It took time. And I think that's what it's such a problem for a lot of people because they're not willing to give time. I mean, time is a very important thing that a lot of us have to offer. If you don't have a lot of talents, then maybe you can offer your time. But it's like, well, how am I going to be able to accomplish that? There's a part of me that feels very trapped just because, I want to make something beautiful, and I know I'm more than capable of doing it. It's just, you know, I'm going to have to grind, and it's a process, and I'm going to have to believe in myself like never before. I'm going to have to believe that I can literally do anything I put my mind to. And like there's so many like cliche statements saying, "Oh, if you put your mind to it, it'll come true." And yeah, you might call them cliche and it might sound boring, but a lot of them are true because it comes from people who have lived their lives before. And if you're asking me, I don't want to live my life in regret, when I'm older. I'd much rather make mistakes and fail and learn from them and fail again and learn again. Because, like, this whole process, I mean, every single creator you'll see on the internet, they've tried and failed before. It's not like they just tried and it blew up for them. I mean, there's some of them, but then the next video they posted, maybe it didn't blow up. I mean, there's this creator. His name is Gox, and I'm pretty sure that a lot of people have heard about him. And he started his art channel, and he was doing his filmmaking at a younger age, and his first video might have not gotten as many views as he has now, which is true. It's always a process. You're not just going to go viral from one post. It's really unrealistic. I mean, everyone can hope that they can go viral from one post, but it's really unrealistic. I mean, if you ask any creator, they have their own process of doing things, but they're just doing it. I mean, I think we get so stuck on the process of making things that we spend too much time in it and we don't ever do anything. And my biggest goal for this is to make something so beautiful and make something and like literally be a director. I mean, I think it would be obviously amazing. And the mindset right now is, what can I do that can help drive me forward? Because if you like look on the internet and you're seeing, oh, top 5 things to be successful or something like that, it would seem kind of stupid to click on one of those videos and become successful. Like even those guys making those videos talking about success, they had to put in the work. So like the time to do things is literally right now, but you have to at the same time be willing to put in the work even when you don't feel like it. I mean, I remember when I first started, I felt so driven and I had so much motivation to do things. And I was like, "Oh, this feeling is never going to go away." I mean, and now these past couple weeks have been kind of slowing down, but it's like, well, if I want to achieve the goals that I want to achieve and if I want to be driven like that, I'm going to have to be willing to put in the work when I don't feel like it and when I'm not motivated at all and when I'm feeling like I want to quit. That's the time where I have to start focusing like 10 times more and devoting myself 10 times more because if it was so easy for so many other people, then it would be, millions of people doing it. But I think it takes a specific amount of like dedication, mindset, and belief. I mean, I just keep talking about this because belief is so important in the process. Because if you don't believe in yourself, then no one else is going to believe in you. I mean, you have to make it real before other people think you're real. You know what I mean? Like, you have to make something in order for other people to notice you so that can go, man, the time to do it is literally right now. The time to start is right now. Because the longer you wait, the less and less experience you'll get and the more time and the time will just pass. But if you start right now when you don't know anything about it and you're just starting and you're trying, I do believe that good things will happen. And it's like, well, I'm speaking from this place where it's like I haven't found much success, but this is my mindset just because I believe in it so much. And I think it's really, really important to hold that close to you no matter what stage you're at. Because if you ever start having a lot of self doubt and if you ever feel like you're in imposter syndrome, then that's where the fear can creep in. And that's what, you know, can take people away from literally what their passion is, what they've been trying to do for so long. I bet there's been so many YouTube projects where someone posts 10 videos consistently, 20 videos, 100 videos, and nothing latches on and they could just quit. And I hope that I can post way over 100 and still have that dedication and that discipline in order to keep grinding for what I know I can accomplish, and what I know I'm capable of. So I think the overarching message is that if you are going to start something, just start now, no matter how inexperienced you are and no matter how, worried what other people will think, just because, if you're constantly always thinking about that and you're always worried before you hit post, or if you're always worried, you know, just creating, then it takes away from the process and it can take away from you, and you shouldn't be letting that happen just because, you kind of have control over yourself in terms of creativity. It's like literally the time to start is right fucking now. So anyone who's, telling you you can't do it, this is a pipe dream, oh my gosh, you can't do it, make believe, it's going to be so hard. Well, yeah, obviously. I mean, doing stuff that not a lot of people can do is going to be hard, obviously. So that's the goal. I hope it works out. I'm logging this and it's really a process. And I've been taking myself way too seriously. And I'm just trying to kind of figure out what I want to do for this. And, there's just so many creators that are just literally so creative. And I'm not sure how I can do it. But it's not like I feel like I'm too behind. I mean, there's always going to be times where I can be learning over and over and over again, and it's not going to be perfect. I think that a lot of us hold ourselves that, oh, the first thing I do or the next couple 10 videos have to be perfect. Oh, wow, I have to edit like this. Oh my gosh, look at this editing style. Oh, he has good audio. Look at this camera. I need this camera. Look at this lighting. Like, I think we take ourselves too seriously. And, what I'm trying to do, and hopefully it works out, and I believe it will. I believe it will. And I'm not willing to give up on it. Not for, a million years. Hopefully. Shoot, I can't live to a million, unfortunately. But that's the video. I mean, I mean, anyone watching this video, if you're ever kind of wondering or doubting yourself or thinking about it too much, literally just start where you're at. Even if you have a potato camera. I mean, I'm using my phone camera. It's not even that I have a good camera. Um, but like the time to start is now. I mean, and that's for anything, not just like making videos or filmmaking. It's anything. If you want to start something and if you believe in yourself enough that you can do it and you have these big dreams, start now. Literally start now. That's a video. Yeah, that's a video.